Hello everybody, you're looking live at the famed Luminary Hotel, one of the finest hotels in all the land, downtown Fort Myers. We appreciate the accommodations. Have an interesting guest, can't wait to get him here. Ralph Laughton, the Chief Executive Officer for Heart, Body, and Mind Home Care. I want to make sure I get that right, Ralph. Welcome to Leap Is Live.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you inviting me here.
Glad to get you here. Talking to you off air, I was so fascinated because I think over the years we've done about 25,000 interviews. I don't think we've covered this topic, which is so germane, because I have relatives in my family who utilize such services out of town. And to find out that you have a world-class home health care service right here in the area that's doing a yeoman's job in taking care of our people, it's just magnificent.
Thank you.
Tell us how this whole process of creating Heart, Body, and Mind Home Care first came about.
Well, it's been a journey. It wasn't immediate. My dad, who passed away in 2021, we're from New Jersey originally, was a 27-year veteran, 3-war vet.
And a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
And a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
And the Sixers.
And a Sixers fan. Watched Dr. J play in the playoffs. But my dad, as a vet, when he retired from Fort Dix, some years into his late 80s, early 90s, did need home care. I was living here at the time. My sister's a nurse up in New Jersey, so she oversaw that. But my dad, through the VA, had caregivers go to the house a couple times a week to help him around, to help him do things that, at that point he couldn't do by himself, any longer. And that was my early introduction to the concept of home care. My wife and I did live in Sydney, Australia for a while on business, and when we came back to Southeast Florida, we always kept our home here. We were looking for an opportunity for, probably the final stage of our careers, and home care stood out as a way to give back to the community, to contribute. I had some experience that made that an easy transition for me, and that's how we started.
That's outstanding. The home health care will be with us forever. As far as I can see, I don't know if technology will ever be able to replace that personal touch of somebody assisting an elderly person or a person with some kind of illness. I want to break that down in 2 ways. When I think about home health care, I'm sure you're going to educate me on this, it's more than just that. I just think about older people who may have dementia or something like that, and now they're in the final stages of their lives. But it's much more to it than that.
Absolutely. So that's the predominant, client profile, senior citizens, but there's more. I'm surprised at some of the younger people who we do also come to us who need care, may have had, for example, brain injury or another disability that they were born with. We work with folks who are adults, so 18 years and older, but we have several clients who are in their 40s, their 50s, which is a little heartbreaking, quite frankly, to know that people like that do need care.
A lot of people, particularly people I know, particularly in the African American community, we try to do whatever we can, keep our people who have those types of profiles that you just enunciated at home. Based on what you do, you can keep them at home. You just can get additional help from experts.
Yes, and I am aware that our community, African Americans, typically do. They're very self-supporting, and it comes to care at home as well. Yes, we help people age in place. And I'll tell you this story as well. So my dad, who passed away at 95 in 2021, as a vet, as I said earlier, He insisted in staying at home himself, and he passed away from Alzheimer's and dementia. It was really, as part of our journey in this business, Lee, I knew that I had family in Virginia who had passed away from Alzheimer's, but I didn't connect that it was seemed to be inherited in my dad's line, and that's extremely rare. In the single percentile of the population, it's not an inherited disease. But my dad got Alzheimer's, and that's ultimately what took him. But his aunt passed away from Alzheimer's at 99. His first cousin, who's still alive in Ohio, has Alzheimer's. She's 97. And there's others in our family who at that time they thought was senile or just demented. I'm certain probably also had Alzheimer's. So as I was in this business, I started to learn about that. And I was actually at a conference last year with a group that was presenting by video called Black Dementia Minds. Black Dementia Minds. And one of the things that was said at that time is that us in the African American community should participate in studies related to dementia and Alzheimer's, because when there, or if there, or when there is a cure, if we don't participate in these studies, the cure might not be for us. And that struck me last year.
That's where you can get those baselines and see different cultures have different types of things going on with that brain, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. And so even after 8 years in the business, I came back here and I realized that I should participate myself in those studies and ask some of my family members who I did call to also participate, so that, you know, perhaps in a small way we can be part of the solution.
In a more general sense, tell me about some of the services that you provide.
Yeah. So we're referred to as a personal home care agency. We do things like help folks who need assistance with either getting out of bed, bathing, showering, toileting, oral hygiene, dressing, grooming, light duty housekeeping, meal preparation, companionship, socialization. You can think of it in terms of, you know, we do everything, we assist our clients with everything that you and I do from the morning we wake up, from the time we wake up in the morning until the time we go to bed at night. Anything there we help personal
exercise,
care.
Or walking.
Walking.
Grocery shopping.
Could be physical therapy, you know, support, grocery shopping, accompanying them to our clients to doctor's appointments is a big deal. Listening, if we're in with a physician, taking notes so that it can be either remembered or we could talk to the family about that.
Love it. Now the scope of the size of the type of work that you do, I would think that one, you may have some people with some particular type of training who work for you, experts in certain areas of dealing with certain things, and also are you always in need or looking to hire people to work for you? Two parts, go one at a time.
So what I would say is the type of individuals that we employ would be, let's say, first of all, the terminology would be home health aides, certified nurse assistants, but generally they can be people who want full-time job, part-time job, flexible job, evenings only, weekends only, an array like that. To answer your second question about training, one of the reasons why we have been very successful, we've won every national award in the United States. Thank you very much. It's a big deal. Every national award for a personal home care agency, and actually North America, so that includes Canada. And in fact, this January, we were ranked in the top 100 in North America, and our ranking was 30. So next year we're going for number 1.
Man, That is something. And you're right here in Southwest
We're
Florida.
right here in Southwest Florida, and part of the reason we were able to obtain that, we're working hard and we thought we did a good job, but it was great to be validated by a national survey company that did anonymous surveys, is, to your second question, training.
Mm-hmm.
Training and development. We invest a lot in training and development and help doing what we can to professionalize the industry and the employees who choose to work with us.
Mm-hmm. We're looking at your website from time to time appearing on the screen, but I want you to give it as well and give a phone number for more information.
Yeah, so you can look us up on the web, www.hbm.com. That's for Heart, Body, Mind, Home Care. And our main office number is 239-603-6455 right here in Fort Myers.
That's great for radio purposes. You mentioned the awards that you've received,
yes,
and I was so impressed with that. Tell me how they go about. Do they send somebody to spend a few weeks with you and all that? Sounds like a really, for somebody to award somebody for that type of work, there has to be auditors that come out or some people come out and spend some time with you.
Yeah, something like that. So we engage, well, for people who are familiar with cars, J.D. Power is, the company that always ranks, vehicles and manufacturers. Well, in our business, there's a large company called Home Care Pulse.
Okay.
They do anonymous surveys, telephone surveys of our clients and also our care providers every month. And from those anonymous surveys, they rank us in the southern region, so like Georgia, South Carolina, and here, but also nationally, that would include Canada. And so we can see our trend of satisfaction, every month. And at the end of the year, they accumulate it, and the top 100, the CEO calls and says, guess what? You're in the top 100. So we never saw it coming, but that's how it is done, anonymous surveys.
How would you compare your pricing to take advantage of your services? And do you deal with residential and commercial? I don't know if there was a commercial component to something like this, but certainly you go into people's houses, retirement homes and facilities and things like that. Retirement apartment complexes would be, I see a lot of condo retirement type
That's
places,
right.
but I'm just rattling right now, so take it from there.
Yeah, so
The original question was residential and commercial.
absolutely. So I think, and you also ask about pricing. Our pricing structure
Yes.
is competitive with our other competitors who provide the same services that we do to that extent. As far as residential and commercial, I'll say it this way, is our work is in the home and residence of all of our clients. That could be their single family home, that could be their condo, but it also can be their residence in a senior living community.
Gotcha.
Right, and that might be, say, the commercial side. So we do service senior living communities as well.
The Southwest Florida market, we always think about, when we think of Southwest Florida, retirement, elderly people and things of that nature. I would think there would be a high demand for your type of services here vis-a-vis many other places.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm part of the baby boomer age, folks born from roughly 1946 to about 64. I'm in there. There's a big...
It makes me a baby boomer.
Are you a baby boomer as well?
Yeah, okay.
I got a feeling you're a little younger than me, though.
Yeah,
But,
I am.
So yes, there's a huge retirement wave going on in the country right now. And I just happened to have read an article a couple weeks ago that by sometime in 2025, Florida is expected to get another 80,000 seniors moving in.
Isn't that something?
The numbers are staggering. Just seniors, 65 and up, the numbers are staggering. So yeah, there's a lot of need, quite frankly.
What do you see in the future in terms of home care like what you do? Is there going to be a substantial change, technology? Is there going to be a way to do it other than the old-fashioned way, or is it always going to be the way we know it as that personal touch?
To do this well, you always will have to have the personal touch. I think it will be supported by some technology in the home. Right now there's some audio technology, audio and video technology that it's kind of rolling out in the United States, where they can listen in 24/7 to see if somebody fell or was injured or is crying for help. That's being tested. There's video calls that's being tested, or automated medication devices as well. But you'll always need people. You'll always need people to provide that care.
Final question, Ralph. When people think of heart, body, and mind home care, what do you want to come to their minds?
Excellent service, committed to the community, and a company that provides best-in-class training and career opportunities for all of our employees. Career opportunities, benefits, someone who's really committed to each of us as individuals.
It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
Remember, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Ralph and his fine wife who are doing an outstanding job. And remember, Miami might have the oranges, but heart, body, and soul, heart, body, mind, home care has got the
juice.
It got the juice. We'll see you.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello everybody, this is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show, and if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime, and also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.